Hey guys, welcome back to my builds. In today's video, I'll be going over the LEGO Technic Ford Raptor. This is both for review purposes and as a celebration of 100 subscribers. So first of all, thank you to everyone who has already subscribed. I am so grateful that I got to my goal. I'm hoping that I can reach 200 by next year, but of course, it will take a lot of time. For the time being, I'm reviewing this set right here. This was $200 on Amazon. It retails for 18 plus, and it has 1,379 pieces. So first off, I just want to say this is one of my biggest Lego models on my table collection, right over here. I have all of my models and stuff going on over here, but right here's the DeLorean, and this was my first biggest or longest model, but now of course the Ford Raptor is my biggest model and longest model. Just for some first off looks, I like the orange look of this truck. I feel like it's a really good color. It draws a lot of attention. I mean, personally, if I had to choose the actual color, I would say it should be like a blue or a dark blue. That would look really cool on the truck. Some more details here. Not all of them, but most of the details you see on this truck are stickered, including the headlights. So of course this set will not have working headlights or anything like that. The hood has stickers, and the decal you see here is actually a print, both sides. And then of course the doors have stickers as well. So like I said, this is the LEGO Technic Ford Raptor. It has full suspension. First off, the front has independent. If I show this close up on the camera, it's kind of hard to show, but it has front independent, and in the rear, there is a live axle suspension, which is actually quite a new suspension type for me, because before this truck, I had no idea what that was. I actually didn't know it existed. I guess starting from the back here, the truck has all opening doors where you'd expect. It has opening doors in the cab. It has an opening hood and an opening tailgate to review the trek bed, which has actually a lot of space. It also has a smooth ball joint mechanism. I'll zoom in for the camera. It has the ball joint mechanism here and over here. Here, I'll bring it over. There we go. And I just like how smooth this mechanism is, because it really helps to make the truck not look all bulky and janky, I guess. Keeps the truck's mechanisms nice and simple. Keeping it open, like I said, there is a ton of truck bed space. So any one of my models I could just throw in the back here and carry with it, I guess. I mean, it's not like it'll actually move or anything, but that is always a possibility. Looking at this truck here, there is cab doors, front and back, and mirrors on the doors. They don't actually have like a mirror on them, but just for the Lego detail, there's mirrors on both sides. Then of course the hood, which opens, as you saw, it just fell down, and it reveals the V6 engine, driven by this idler gear, which goes down through the differential to the rear wheels. So now looking at the mechanisms of the truck, like I just said, this is a rear wheel drive truck. The actual Ford Raptors for 2021 were four-wheel drive only, but I guess due to Lego either misplanning or just complications, they only made it rear-wheel drive. So I guess to show the V6 engine rear-wheel driven system on camera, here's the V6, and I'm going to be driving it with the rear wheel, and as you can see, it does indeed rotate. So there is a, I guess, fake functioning engine in this truck, which is another awesome function. I guess some exterior design. I like the wheel well flare design here with the outer pitched wheel well covers. I think it looks really nice, along with the rear with the decal I mentioned earlier. I like this design as well. And like I also said, the lights are stickered, just like the front. So obviously there will be no working headlights or tail lights. Also looking at the model here, it does have a hand of God steering on the top. And that means that this model, of course, doesn't have a working steering wheel, unfortunately. Again, I don't really have any big issues with some of these things, like I've mentioned in the past. Looking online, a lot of people complain about some of these things. The big pillars for the truck here. I think Lego definitely could have done a better job making like thinner pillars or something, because on the real truck, I know they're not this bulky on all ends here. But again, it's probably just another design flaw or misplan or something. Also on my truck here, there is a slight scratch on this orange part. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's like a slight gray scratch right on there. That came with it, I guess. I mean, it's not like I wanted that, but that's just how it ended up. Another look at the design here. The front makes a nice use of these curved elements and the straight elements to make the front windshield space. Just an overview here so you guys can see it. And I also like the curved design of the front bumper as well. It's a really nice and flush system. I think they could have put something here on both sides, if I bring it to the camera right there, because it is kind of like a rough edge, and I think they definitely could have put like a cheese slope there or something. I think this truck does also have a couple other flaws, like in the roof, there are these holes here, which I don't understand why they're there. I think they could have filled them in easily. Also, when you take this knob off for display purpose, there's this red piece here. I think they definitely could have made an orange one for the set, but I guess for convenience, they didn't. So that's okay. I mean, I don't really care. But it's just something I've noticed. Along with these red parts here, I think they could have used another color element, but again, that's just me being picky. So yeah, I guess a couple other thoughts here. I just love how bouncy the truck is with this full suspension. It is awesome. Like sometimes I sit down here and while I'm thinking of Lego videos, I just absolutely love playing with this model. I mean, I put a lot of time into my videos, and so this kind of just, I don't know, it gives me ideas, oddly enough. Another cool addition to the truck here is the steps for getting in, which I think is kind of nice to add. Small detail. A lot of people online don't like the tire choice. I think it looks really cool because it makes it look rugged and off-road or, you know, off terrain. I mean, I think honestly they could have went for bigger tires because there is a kind of a good amount of space. If I put the camera down here, sorry about the vibrating. If I bring this up here, you'll see there is a good amount of space, and when I max out the bar, there is a tiny bit of space in there. So I think it definitely could have been maybe a bit bigger. And then they could have also dropped the suspension down a bit more with some larger, you know what, actually, I'll grab the suspension elements and I'll show you what I mean. So in my bin of suspension parts on my Lego wall, these coils right here would work perfectly in the rear, I think. I think it would be really cool if Lego had found a way to put such large shock depth into the truck, you know. I think they definitely could have shoved these in there if they, you know, fixed up that spacing issue in there. But obviously it's just meant for model and show. So it's not really a huge deal if they don't put a ton of shock depth into it. I guess a few highlights of the mechanisms from the bottom. So we flip this over and take the steering knob off. Right here, sorry. There we go, I'm just gonna throw it aside. If I flip the model over to the side here, you can all see the mechanisms. So first of all, the front suspension, independent. The rear live axle, it's a little bit harder because this side is rubbing against the table, but showing it is the idea. Setting the camera down here, sorry about the shaking. Turning this wheel here turns the differential, which goes through this ball joint, which is actually a new, for its time, it was a reinforced ball joint update, which is really nice for the part itself. But when you rotate this wheel, it rotates through the differential, through the ball joint, and across this whole system here to these elements here, goes up the gear chain, and then goes over here, goes through that red gear you see in there, and then that rotates the engine, which you can also view from the bottom if you bring the camera nice and close. There it is. I just want to say, for getting this, I've been waiting such a long time to get this truck because I've always thought that it was such a cool and awesome large-scale Lego Technic model. So getting this was honestly no big deal for me because, you know, putting a goal into it and then getting it, I was so glad to get it. So yeah, thank you to everyone who has already subscribed, and thank you for subscribing. I think I already said that. Yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, share this with your friends. And yeah, have a great day. Be sure to leave a comment below if you have any ideas on how I could modify this set, make it even better. I know that a lot of people complain about some of the small mishaps here and there with the truck sets that Lego makes, and then just the designs itself. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos on my channel, and if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.